This is a short video response to the video by Veritasium claiming that energy doesn't flow in wires. The claim in the video is that because the distance between the voltage source and the light is closer than the distance between the voltage source going through the circuit to reach the light, it means that the energy must go outside the wires to light the lamp, not through the wires. The logic provided being that it would have to move faster than the speed of light through the wires to reach the light, to light up in the time that it does. And this is a misunderstanding of electricity and the nature of electromagnetism. If you want to understand and get to work on the physics beyond the standard model, you have to let go of the standard model. You can't have your cake and eat it. And to get straight to the point, it's a closed system when the circuit is connected. So when the power source is turned on, it creates a current, it creates a flow within that closed system. And people misunderstand what the current is. The current is the ether within the system. People have this idea that it's electrons that are moving within the system. It's not. It's electrons that are acting like pumps, pushing the ether through the system. Of course, electrons do get pushed and jiggle as the current passes them. But they collectively are the source of the current, the ether being moved. Because an electron is actually a tiny vortex within the space-time fabric. This is why they have angular momentum. And this is why from the outside it appears like they don't spin, but still they have angular momentum. Because what we are detecting on the outside is the space-time fabric itself being twisted by the angular momentum of the vortex inside. And as it twists the fabric, it compacts it, creating mass. And that's why we get half spin with an electron, because even though the vortex is extremely tiny, its radius is h bar, because it rotates at a trillion plus times a second, it causes phenomenal twist and compaction of the fabric. And charge is a measure of the pull and the push of the fluid within the system by the vortex, the electron. So in the electric circuit, because it's a closed system and because we're both pulling and pushing at the same time, there's no resistance to cause an electromagnetic wave. So the fluid goes seamlessly through the system. So it instantly lights up the light. And when you understand this, you also understand quantum tunneling is not an electron getting through the barrier, it's the ether getting through the barrier and being twisted into a vortex on the other side. Effectively, the electrons are being created. And a similar thing is happening in the photoelectric effect. The electrons are not being knocked out of the shell by a tiny little photon. It's because the photon meets the curvature in the fabric caused by the electron within the shell. The photon itself gets twisted into a vortex, another electron, and goes shooting off. Which I explained in my videos about alpha 1/137, which are vortex flow equations. And in any of the systems where you have quantum tunneling, you have current going in one end effectively to a dead end, causing massive pressure within the ether, leading the ether being squeezed through the barrier and electrons being formed on the other side. If anyone wants to discuss this with me in private, confidentiality is assured. My email is prof.diamond@protonmail.com.